Your best friend could never.
Fire.
What?
Let me see the shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get a whole wave. I'm keeping step with you. I'm trying to get a whole level.
That's big.
Hi, welcome to the Bria Dona YouTube channel. My name is Bria Dona, and I'm going to be showing you today how I got this really pretty blue halo smoky eye that's inspired by this dress that I have on right now. So before we get into the video, I want to tell y'all to like, comment, and subscribe to me. Show me some love. Also follow me on Instagram at Bria.Dona. That's BRI.DONA. Now let's jump into the video right now. Period. So starting off with my LA Girl concealer in the color Toffee and a small concealer brush, I'm going to apply that on my eye and take it all the way up to my brow bone and blend it all out with that concealer brush. And the reason we're using this lighter concealer versus one that's my skin color is that because I want my colors to be very vibrant, very highly pigmented, so I need a base that is a little lighter than my skin tone so the colors can perform to their truest possible highest pigment level. So now taking the Magic Palette by Juvia's Place, I'm going to dip into that navy blue color called Jade with a small shader brush and start packing that above my natural crease of my eye. And you see I'm kind of making like an arch formation with that navy blue, so I'm just going to continue to just pack that along my crease, well not along, like above my crease, until like it's super blue and intense. So now taking the Take Me to Brazil palette by BH Cosmetics, I'm going to take this blue-green color. I'm sorry y'all, the shadow has no names on them. And then I'm going to take that color and start blending out the edges of the navy blue. So we could really like smoke out that navy blue so that the edges are not as harsh. You know, I hate harsh edges. I like everything to be smoked out and super dramatic. So I went back in with that color Jade, and I'm just going to build back some of the intensity of the navy blue. I have blended out a little too much. Then I'm going to go off camera and blend off the edges again using the bluish green. Now taking the color Nana on a small blending brush, I'm going to start blending out the edges of the blue green, going right up to my brow bone. So now with the Toffee concealer and a small detail brush, I'm going to start to create a rounded dome shape on top of my lid. So now with the more bright blue shadows I'm going to add, they won't get lost in the navy blue that's already there. So I'm taking some of that concealer even above my crease, because being that my eyes are slightly hooded, I want people to see the look when I'm looking straight at them. So if I only brought the concealer up to where my natural crease is, you're not going to be able to see it. So you see me doing clips where I'm looking up and looking straight ahead, so you guys can see why I'm taking that so high. So now dipping into that royal blue color with a small flat brush, I'm just going to pack on that royal blue color towards the sides of the dome. Just going to keep continuing to build that intensity till that blue really pops on the lid, and ignoring the middle of the dome. So now digging into that teal color with the flat brush, I'm going to put that in the middle of the dome and just keep packing that in. This color was kind of giving me a lot of trouble, y'all, so I had to even switch my brushes to a smaller, more dense shader brush to really pack on that color. Then I went back in to fix the royal blue. So this is going to really give us our halo effect. And the reason it's called the halo eye is because we're taking a lighter color and we're sandwiching that lighter color, in this case our teal, in between a dark color, which is the royal blue. Then it fades into an even darker color, which is the navy. So when you look at the look, your attention is being grabbed towards the halo, which is the teal. On my brow bone highlight, I'm taking the color Bonnaroo and I'm just going to place that right on top of my brow bone. To get started on my face, I'm going to take my Airspun translucent powder, place that all over my face before putting on my foundation, because it helps my foundation, 1, stay on longer, and 2, not get oily throughout the day as fast. So now taking my orange color corrector from LA Girl, I'm going to color correct the dark portions of my face that sometimes foundation tends to not be able to cover fully. So applying the color corrector first, then the foundation, helps my skin appear more even versus seeing some of those, my dark circles or my acne marks peek through the foundation, which is super annoying because honey, we trying to be beat. Taking Too Faced Born This Way foundation in Spiced Rum and a flat e.l.f. brush, I'm going to start just putting my foundation on. Now taking the color Chestnut in LA Girl Pro Concealer, I'm just going to conceal under my eyes and around my mouth, those same areas that I put the orange color corrector on. Then blend that all out. Even use some of that concealer to clean up the edges of my eyeshadow. Moving into highlighting, I took the color Fawn and started to highlight under my eyes, along the bridge of my nose and my forehead, my upper lip, and my chin. Then I'm going to blend that out as well. Then taking the color Rich 75 from ColourPop Cosmetics, doing the whoa because I'm about to conceal. I'm mad excited. I'm going to carve out the hollows of my cheeks, my forehead, my nose, and my jawline. Then use that fluffy brush to blend that all in. So taking Fawn, I'm just gonna highlight right under where I just finished blending out that contour to make that contour pop even more, to give my face a more chiseled look. So now taking the Airspun powder in translucent, I'm going to set everywhere that I applied my highlights to. Taking a black Radiance pressed powder in the color Ebony, I'm going to set the rest of my face. And while I'm doing that, my highlighted portions are usually baking, and they bake for like a hot second, because right after I'm finished setting the rest of my face, I use that same brush to wipe off any excess translucent powder, because it really helps return the color back onto my face and keep everything nice and blended. Going into my e.l.f. contour palette, I like to take that brown color and set my highlighted areas once again, just to ensure that everything is all the same color, because I feel that sometimes with the Airspun powder I do have a little bit of a white cast and it does wash me out, so this is to bring back any color I may have lost. Taking the deeper shade in the contour palette, I'm going to contour my nose real quick. Now taking this orange eyeshadow, I'm going to start blending that along my waterline using a fluffy eyeshadow brush and really packing that on so it could be super intense. Taking the shadow brown from the box of crayons palette, I'm going to start applying that to the outer portion of my lower lash line and dragging that up along the blue. Next, taking the shadow orange, I'm going to spray that with some setting spray, being that it is a shimmery color and it'll apply better when it's wet. I'm going to take that and apply that to my inner corner to give me an inner corner highlight. Taking my CoverGirl blush in the number 145, I'm going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks. For my lips, I just lined them with some brown liner and used the NYX Soft Matte Cream in the color London and applied that on my lips. Set my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter spray and then fan myself with my little fan to make sure that it's nice and dry. Nah, but why am I so happy to highlight right now? I'm dumb cheesy, like, yo, I really love highlighting. To highlight, I like to use the color ANGLOWLA by the Crayon case, and it's a loose highlighting powder. I prefer loose highlighting powders versus pressed powders because I feel like they give me way more intensity, which I love. And I'm going to take that on my chin, on the high points of my cheekbones, and on my nose. So yeah, yo, that's the end of the makeup look. All I did off camera was just add my bottom lashes and draw my little beauty mark that always gets covered up by makeup in. And that is the end. Thank you again for joining me. Always remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Bria.Dona. But most importantly, if I ever teach you anything in these makeup videos, if you don't learn nothing from anything that I do here on YouTube, always remember that even if you can't cook, you could always serve a look. All right, now, praise. Bye.